It's not a nice feeling to be actually under the weather, I've been pretty much lying down, since morning, not done anything, just been trying to recover, been drinking a lot of tea. Yes, I have to be fit for next week because, yes, there's a lot going on already. But in this video, I'm not going to be flipping computers like I'm just going to be, talking to you all. Even that I've been scrolling a lot of YouTube, TikTok videos all day. This is what you do when you are under the weather, when you are just, under the influence of a flu. You pretty much cannot work so hard. And I also gave myself permission to actually rest because I pretty much feel that, this is just a way of, my body telling me, look, you have been grinding a lot in the past few days. In the past few weeks, it was a lot. Last week was just a lot. I did make a video detailing how my week went, So I feel like it's just a way for my body to tell me, look, you are not a cyborg. You also deserve to rest. And I'm really taking it easy. I'm kind of really resting. I put my shop on holiday mode. Even then, there were still some orders. Like I saw that a PC was sold. A graphic card was also sold. Perhaps the people didn't actually check because I'm actually going to be back to action on Tuesday. Monday is a public holiday here in Germany, like It's Easter holiday and very much we cannot ship out anything. But then on Tuesday, I should be back to action, not shipping out items. I will just come to the warehouse, take a look at what I've sold, and we're in preparation to ship everything out on Wednesday. But then it got me thinking because in the last few days, I've been pumping out a lot of content. Content is a game. Of course, we are in 2025, and if you are not doing content alongside your reselling, you are doing something wrong. All right. Right now, I make a lot of money on eBay, and eBay pays me more than what I get from all my YouTube channels put together. I have a tech channel as well. I'm trying to make this channel, get off the ground. And I also have a tailoring channel, just like my hobby. This is something I do on the side. But then it got me thinking that, look, long time ago, I used to think that when people say they are resellers, they are making YouTube videos and on the side, that it was just, an easy ride. This was my thinking many years ago, all right? But then when I started making content as well as also reselling, I kind of begin to appreciate the efforts that these resellers, that also make YouTube videos really do put into this whole project. Sometimes some of these resellers are not even monetized. What that means is that they have to do their reselling, which already takes up a lot of time. And then they still have to look for time, to just make free content on the internet, telling you how to do this, how to set up your offers. If your offers are not selling, what to do to make sure that you get sales. This is a lot of work. I didn't appreciate what these guys were doing until I started making content alongside, reselling. It's just like you have taken up for yourself 2 full-time jobs, and there are resellers here on this platform that have been doing this for years, like reselling, making content. Sometimes they make content on a daily basis, dishing out value, all with the intention of helping the community. This is a lot of work. And if I have never said a very big thank you to these guys, I want to officially say today, you guys are doing a lot of work. If you don't do these activities, you will never appreciate the effort that goes into it, In the last 2-3 weeks, I've been trying to put out content on a consistent basis. Man, the little time I have left is all eaten up because recording the videos is pretty much not a lot of work, because it's just what I do. I try to set up my camera when I'm in the warehouse, but then when I get home in the evening, when I'm already very tired, this is the time I normally should just take my shower, chat with my wife, sometimes, ask how was your day and stuff like that. But then I realized that, look, the video from 3 days ago is still on my memory card and I have to start to edit it. In the beginning, I said to myself, I'm not going to do a lot of editing. I'm just going to cut these videos and put them out. But the more you make these videos, the more you are tempted to want to add a transition here and there. You want to add a B-roll. And at the end of the day, it's very easy to, lose an additional 2 hours, trying to get this video out of your SD card. And then even when you have finished editing it, you still have to post it on YouTube. Then comes the thinking, what kind of title do I use for this video? Then what kind of thumbnail? This is a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. And the more you create this content, the more you begin to appreciate, the reseller content creators, what they are doing. They are doing a massive amount of work. Respect. Some of these people also have families. They have kids, they've got wife, they've got husband, and some of them even have additional responsibilities like, a part-time job, a full-time job, and they are juggling all these things along the side. I want to tell you for free because I have always said, look, content creation is the new game, all right? Reselling is already there. It's been tested, it's been tried, and it has proven to work. It's where it is. Nobody is in doubt what you can actually make when you become a reseller. But then, content creation, a lot of people are becoming aware that this is a new game. The more you can put your activities out there, a responsible platform like YouTube is going to pay you if you, of course, qualify, to be part of the partner program. You're going to be paid, to put yourself out there. This is huge. I know of people that make a lot of money. I don't make this kind of money from YouTube. I wish that a day is going to come where I'll be able to make a lot of money. But then I hear that people make quite a lot of money, 2,000 euros, $2,000 every given month, just coming to yap, on camera. Sometimes people just come here, they talk about different stuff. And there's a niche that's kind of gaining a lot of traction on YouTube, which is the reaction niche, the reaction videos. I call it the yapping videos. Somebody just comes out, try to react to a video that somebody else made, and the person makes a lot of money just doing that. That is huge. That's a lot of gain there, guys. And yes, even though I'm so busy, I love what I do as a reseller, but then when you understand that the game is building up, like YouTube is a thing. Gone are the days where people used to think YouTube is not something that you can actually spend your time. It's a thing, guys. It's a real thing. And because of that, I don't want to be left out. I also want to have my share of this cake, the YouTube money, so to say. Because of that, I'm trying to actually pump out content as much as I can. But then I realize that, guys, this thing is a lot. It's a lot. And we need to learn to appreciate those that have been, dishing out content for years to this community. We need to appreciate them. When they make videos, let us go there, watch it, support them, leave nice comments. If you do not agree with the videos, the little thing you can do is just to perhaps switch away, watch something else. But for a reseller to come out here, put a lot of effort in making a video that is intended to help at least one person somewhere, and then somebody that doesn't make content, doesn't know the efforts, the psychological stress that goes into making videos or making content, goes there and carelessly leave a comment that's going to bug the content creator or the reseller for so long, or 2-3 days. And yes, of course, if you have to be a content creator, one character is that you have to have, very thick skin. But then these comments sometimes, they are so sharp that they have a way of cutting through the thickest of skins, This is not what's supposed to be, all right? When somebody comes out here, takes time out of his or a busy schedule to make content for us, to make content for the community, the person is just expressing his or her opinion. It's not like the person is coming here to give you a statement that's supposed to be law. We all come here, we talk about eBay based on our own experience. I say use computers on eBay. And when I talk about reselling, I tend to talk about reselling from a perspective of somebody that sells, computers. For somebody that sells clothing, his perspective might be different. For somebody that sells books, his or her perspective might be different. This is something that you have to understand. But then, if I come here and I share my experience, I might say that, yes, things are selling. I sold 2 items this week, and these 2 items might have amounted to, 700 euros, and I might have made, say 150 euros profit from doing that. But this experience is unique to me, and it's different from somebody that sells clothing and sells perhaps, 100 pieces of clothing and also makes 150 euros in doing that. These are different experiences, the same platform,
It's most unfair to the content creator when we go onto these videos and leave a comment based on our own experience of eBay or Poshmark or Vinted or wherever you say, all right? These content creators or these YouTube resellers, they are doing a lot of work. Only recently, I began to appreciate the amount of effort that goes into this whole process. And if we cannot appreciate the content creators by watching the videos, we can also do at least the basic minimum of not leaving a bad comment on these videos. This was what was on my mind because I watched a lot of videos today, and while watching the videos, sometimes you tend to read the comments, just see what people are talking about. And man, I see a lot of, terrible comments that people tend to leave on these videos. That item is too expensive. Why would you sell that for 20 euros? Why would you not accept a return? So many things that are just not necessary, all right? Guys, we can actually do better. Let's appreciate our YouTube resellers. They are doing a lot to help this community, to make it known that reselling is actually an endeavor that you can actually partake in. You can make money doing it. Of course, it's not an easy ride, but then if you are dedicated, you are focused, you can actually make money, being a reseller. This is just my little 2 cents. If this video has helped you, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again next week, peace.